Hey everybody, welcome to live streams of Global Street Live. Today is 12th of August and we are in New York session over here. So let's just get started. Okay, let me just first mark these areas over here so that it would be easy to know. Yeah, perfect. So GBP JPY is doing nothing new since yesterday. It's just consolidating, stuck in the same range over here. And look at this. Let me just readjust these areas. Okay, basically we don't need this one over here, and we can draw this new line. Also, we don't need this one. We have new areas. Yeah. So basically what's going on here is GJ is I think today we might see some move happening in GBP JPY, because look, yesterday market didn't moved anywhere, and basically if we go look from 6th of August, 1 2 3 4, yep, 5 days, it's just ranging from 5 days. So once it starts to go in its direction, it will be moving very strongly. uh, it will be just shooting up or down anywhere. So basically what's happening here is that the market just went up to that level again to the left, and it rejected that area, came back down, retested that area. Now the previous candle, 4-hour candle, just closed bearish, and the current 4-hour candle leave a upper wick over here, created a upper wick, now retracing all the way back down, so it might just go back down to this level. So basically I think today we might see a bearish momentum in GBP JPY, but the thing is, we need to go and look here that where we can basically take a trade. So if I talk about a level, then below this level over here, we have this clean range to at least let me just move the time frame to 1 hour. Hello Abhishek, how are you? Abhishek, I'm doing this exact same thing you are asking for here, discussing my plan for today. Basically, what's happening here is that GJ is just moving in consolidation from the past 5 days, including today. So, I think today we might see a good move happening in GBP JPY, because we all know that whenever GJ breaks out of a big consolidation, there will be 100 pips of move. So I think we might see a downfall move today in GBP JPY. Why? Because in the 4-hour over here, what I can see here is that the current 4-hour candle just created an upper wick. Previous candle was bearish, but it closed with no wick. Okay, but the current scenario of the current 4-hour candle is showing us that it might break its own low and starts to go down, filling this clean range. So I really don't know what will be happening, but we can just actually mark our areas here. So let's just check out this range. So this range is around 15.5 pips over here. Let me just give it a line over here, and let's just go back to 30 minutes. So the problem here is now, if I look at the 30 minutes over here, we have some problems over here, like at this point. So we need to adjust this level to this point. So now below this point we have another problem, this point over here. So look, we need to adjust this level to this point over here. So now when I adjust this level, so the range I left with is only 11 pips. So now the range just got shorter from 15 to 11 pips, because of the adjustment of the levels in 30 minutes. So we have now two options. We can take the trade in 1 hour, and wait and just stop looking at all the other time frames except 1 hour. So we can take a trade in the 1 hour time frame, or we can just skip these difficult ranges over here, uh, which is really confusing and not so good. Because if I take a trade and once I gets into a trade, so there is no turning back. So only two things can happen at that point. One is that I will be making some profit. Second is that I'll be just closing that trade on break even or losing that trade. So in both those cases I'll be losing something. So the problem is this not so good range and all these wicks over here. Because look, market came down to this level and rejected this area. So the same thing can happen here. The market can come down to this level over here and reject the same area from the left, that this wick over here. But if the market breaks below this wick over here, then the target will be here. But the problem is that if you take a trade by when the market will be breaking this wick, then you will be having only 8 pips. So I really don't think that I'll be taking any trade inside this range over here. So I'm not gonna take any trade in this range because I will be not so comfortable in this range over here, because anything can happen in this range. Look, the market can really go down to this level because of the symmetry thing over here. But the problem is that we really don't know how the market will be reacting to these wick rejections. So let's see. We need to be very careful. So let's have a look on the 1 hour time frame and let's just squeeze the graph a little bit. It's really nothing here, absolutely nothing. Let me just draw this line. Okay, so if the market touch this lower trend line, then also it can reject, because look, previously 2 times it had rejected the same area. Now it's heading towards the same area, so that's why it's a no trading zone for me. So my plan here is that, let me just see what can be the plan here. Okay, so I think I'm gonna take the trade below this area over here. So for me, sells will be below 152.587, because we'll be having this clean range, and this is pretty good range over here, and this will be my potential target if I take the sell below this area. All these shit is just a no trade zone for me. And if I look for buys, then surely I can buy above this area over here. Yeah, this looks good. 153.256. So above 153.256 I'll be executing buys, and below 152.587 I will be executing sells. So I really want to execute a trade right here, because look, here in 1 hour time frame, the 1 hour candle just crossed below the previous candle's low, and now it can really go down to fill this wick, and after that it can really go down to fill this wick. So that can also happen here, but it's really risky over here, because look here, just count these candles: 1 2 3 4 5 6, all these 10 12 20 candles over here to the left tried to go down, but they all failed to do that. So how can we expect a candle, that it can really go down to tap this area over here? We really cannot expect that, because we need a candle to close below this area at least. Let me just draw this area, and we will be keeping an eye on this area. So I really need one candle to close below 152.944, to execute sells, and that should be in the 1 hour time frame only. Because look, if I go back to 30 minutes, then this area is really problematic, And but if a 1 hour candle will be closing below this area, which will be having only 18 minutes now, so this candle can possibly close below 152.944 area, and the next candle can create upper wick and break the low to continue moving down. So if that happens, I might take a sell trade with a smaller lot, but right now I'm just staying out of it. So I need a candle to close below first. I need a candle to close below first, below this area. After that I can think of sells, because look, people will be executing some impulse trades over here when this candle just broke below this area. But the problem is that you don't have a range, you have just 3 pips of range, so the candles can go down and reject this area to go up. So that can be the problem. So I think it would be better if you will wait for a candle to break and close below 152.944 to execute sells. So I'll be waiting for 18 more minutes here, and after 18 more minutes I'm gonna see what will be happening and how the market is reacting to these levels. but but for sure, this range is a no trade zone for me. So say I'm gonna take sells below this level, because I'm not sure about this level over here, so that's why, to be very safe and comfortable, I'm not gonna hurry up. So yeah. Look, if this is a symmetry forming over here, that this is this U over here, and then this U over here. So if that's something happening here, then obviously these candles will be dropping all the way down to this level over here. But the thing is, not sure about that. So the confirmation candle will be a candle which will be closing below 152.944. Now it's just time to wait here and see how the market will be, what the market will be doing here. Okay, so the current for our candle just broke the low over here, created upper wick, broke the low. Yeah, it might stretch all the way down, but for confirmations I need a candle to close below this level. So if this candle closes below this range, then the next candle will be obviously breaking the low, and at that point I'm gonna sell, uh, thinking of market to come down to this level at least. So that will be around 20 pips. Because look, why the confidence just increased over here, because the current 4-hour candle has created upper wick, and now it just broke the low. It respected the high of the previous candle. Okay, so this candle respected the high of the previous candle, created upper wick, it didn't broke the high, it came back down, broke the low of the previous candle. Now it should be heading towards down, first filling this wick over here, which is around 10 pips. After that this wick will be coming, and after that finally this area will be coming. So if this candle is filling for this clean range over here, then this candle should be a big candle coming down. But let's see what will be happening. Still got 12 minutes more to go, so let's wait for 12 more minutes here. Because look, if you will put yourself in a extremely comfortable position, then uh, the accuracy of your profitability will be increasing. So that's the idea here, to be very very comfortable before taking a trade. Look here, the 1 hour candle is just starting to reject this area now. See, that's the issue. That's why this is really important, that a candle should be closing below this area, because if once a candle closes below this area, so two things can happen then. Either that can become a fake out and the next candle starts to go up. Okay, number one, we don't know whether that will be happening or not, because obviously we cannot detect fake outs. So that thing can happen first, and the second thing can happen is, which is more probable, that it can really create upper wick, break the low, and starts to go down. Those two things can happen, but that will be only happening once a candle closes below this range. But it's rejecting like all these candles did before, so right now it's just relaxing time over here, because I am really not expecting any trade in this shitty range of GBP JPY 5 days range. Look, this is a all these shit is just a range. There was a good trend, then consolidation is there. So now if the consolidation uh, continues, then this will be going up, and finally we will be getting a breakout. So but nobody knows where when it will be breaking out. Okay, let's just try to find that out. So what can happen here? Let's just try to figure that out. Okay, let's just zoom in. Let's go to much cleaner. Okay, so this is V, then we have this another V, we have then consolidation, then we have this move went up, so there should be a move coming down, and then there should be a bigger move, trend move. Okay, so guys, looking at this scenario over here, this move here, let me just label these areas. This move here is a symmetrical move of this move here over here. Okay, so now the next move can be a here it went up, so here it will be going down. So next move can be a going down, a bearish move, and then we will be having a trend move with this move over here. But let's see what will be happening. So I'm gonna keep an eye on this thing. Because look, now the confirmation has just increased a little bit more. So if a candle breaks and close below 152.944, then surely I'm gonna take a sell trade if I get an opportunity. Because now there is a higher probability of the market can move down. Okay, so guys, what I'm thinking here is that if GBJPY starts to continue moving down, then I think I'm gonna take a sell trade. Because look, or what I can do is I can really wait for, let me just see. Okay, so previous 15-minute candle closed bullish. The current 15-minute candle break the low, now pushing up. So let's see here, 45-minute candle. 45-minute candle, not sure. 10 minutes left. Uh, it's a really dangerous thing over here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait for the current 5-minute candle to close below 152.944, because this candle is having only 1 minute left to close. So if this candle closes below 152.944 area, then I might take a trade. Yeah, but this has to close below this trend line over here. Now let's see. $30 remaining. Let's have a look at this point. So okay, so now interesting thing here. So now I am gonna wait for the 15-minute candle to close below this area. Yeah, because look, this candle is having only 3 minutes left here, so there is no point of taking the trade at this point because only 3 minutes left. So this was all about waiting. I didn't executed any trade at this point, and I waited for a candle to close below that area. So let's see how this will be working, because now the candle is starting to reject. Look, waiting is really good here.